Hey everyone, Barcelona fans criticize Flick for his decision regarding Lamine Yamal. Talks of Vinicius Jr. and his behavior heat up again in Madrid, as well as a lot of interesting transfer news. This is Football News, guys. Be sure to leave a like to this video and write your favorite to win La Liga title. Will it be Barca, Real Madrid, or Atletico Madrid? Let's see who will win the whole thing in the comments down below. And while you're typing, we are about to start. Let's get the show on the pitch. I have no doubt that he will play in the next World Cup. He has to play. He's won a lot and he still wants to keep winning, Riquelme said. Alex Telles commented in reports that Cristiano Ronaldo convinced Luis Castro to leave Botafogo and take over the Saudi team in 2023. Chris has power everywhere, given his image, experience, and everything he has achieved. His opinion holds great weight. Everything involving Cristiano Ronaldo comes with a great team around him, and he wants the best by his side, Telles shared in an interview with Globo Esporte. AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Napoli are interested in Italy midfielder Samuele Ricci. Torino won 35+ million euros for his services. Man City executives told us everything was fine, so that's why we all think the club will be fine. I don't think there will be any issues. Like Pep Guardiola always says, if something wrong has been done, they will have to pay for it. Aymeric Laporte notes. Kylian Mbappe gave his match jersey to the ball boy after he was subbed out in a match against Sociedad. Rabiot and Olympique Marseille have reached an agreement regarding the player's transfer. The contract will be signed if Adrian successfully passes medical tests. Dani Olmo will not be available for Barcelona's clash versus AS Monaco. The Barcelona midfielder will miss up to 10 days due to a muscle problem in his hamstring. He will also miss the match against Villarreal. Postecoglou claimed that he always wins things in his second year in charge. Merson noted that he has a better chance of winning the dance show than Tottenham winning silverware this season for the first time since 2008. Karim Benzema scored 3 goals against Al Baghdad, 2 of which were assisted by Steven Bergwijn. The Al Ittihad forward moved into second place in the league's goal-scoring table after Mitrovic. You can't just keep adding game after game and assume everything will be like it was. At some point, you'll be too tired to play any more games. And then come injuries, definitely. There has to be a limit, Manuel Akanji thinks. PSG have backed Nuno Mendes amid racist insults. We are working with the relevant authorities and associations to ensure those responsible are held accountable for their actions. Racism has no place in football, the Parisian club announced in a statement. Cristiano Ronaldo's diet? He eats a lot of natural foods, and then he always looks over at the plates of others. When it comes to dessert, everyone is a bit wary, looking to see what he does, Alex Telles revealed. Lamine can reach the level of Messi. For me, he is already one of the best players in the world at 17 years of age. He is a difference maker, stated Girona head coach Michel. What Guardiola and Man City have achieved over the last few years is incredible, but they know they've got Arsenal, a serious contender. This progression they are on has to end with the league medal around their necks. It's a little bit like when Jurgen Klopp was chasing Pep Guardiola for a number of years and they eventually got there. Sky Sports quoted Gary Neville as saying, Girona fans shouted, "You are so bad," at the referee who disallowed a penalty kick against Barcelona. Takefusa Kubo on Real Madrid's second penalty after John Aramburu stood on Vinicius' foot. The foul is ridiculous. All I want is an explanation. That play was disputable at least, said the Japanese winger from Real Sociedad. Former referee Iturralde Gonzalez explained the dismissal of the penalty against Barcelona. The ball bounced into Inigo's hand from a player of the same team. The referee of that match followed the rules. A Sociedad fan died near the stadium before the meeting with Real Madrid after falling down the stairs and striking his head. The police have opened an investigation. Romelu Lukaku has recorded 2 assists and a goal during the match against Cagliari, scoring in his second consecutive appearance for Napoli. Pedri on Ferran's red card. Ferran's red card seems similar to the foul Pate Ciss made on me in the Raya match, but he wasn't sent off. Sometimes the referees didn't call it the same way. Marca quoted the Blaugrana midfielder as saying, Barcelona started the game very well and deserved to win. We are in a good moment and we can't stop. Hansi Flick assures. Gianluigi Donnarumma will miss a week due to an injury sustained during PSG's 3-1 win against Brest on Saturday. Mikel Arteta after the third consecutive victory away against Tottenham. "It's unbelievable. I don't know when it happened in Arsenal's history," claimed the Gunners manager. Lamine Yamal has scored 5 goals and provided 13 assists in his last 20 appearances for Barcelona and Spain. Arsenal have been undefeated in 10 Premier League matches, with 9 wins and 1 draw. Their next fixture is an away battle against Man City. Returning to England's squad? "Now I have much more important things to do at AC Milan, but if I get a chance to play for England, it'll be great." Ruben Loftus-Cheek answered the question of the Times journalist. Joan Laporta joked about Real Madrid's penalty, responding to a journalist's compliment on his appearance. "It's for the referee to give Barca a penalty kick. There were even 2 in San Sebastian." Lionel Messi celebrated his goal in MLS in the style of Stephen Curry. The Argentine returned from injury, scoring a brace and assisting Luis Suarez in a 3-1 win over the Philadelphia Union. Chancel Mbamba refused to undergo a medical at Olympique Marseille after returning from the DR Congo national team due to strained relations with the medical staff. The club suspended the footballer and could soon terminate his contract. Real Sociedad fans called Vinicius a moron during the match against Real Madrid. The winger put his finger to his lips while celebrating a penalty goal. Fabregas owes approximately 34,000 francs to the owner of the house in Switzerland, enough to force the latter to file an eviction petition with the Lugano District Court. Chelsea and Bournemouth will pay £25,000 each for picking up 6 or more cards in a single game. The 2 sides broke the Premier League record for most bookings in a single game, getting 14 yellow cards in total. Real Madrid have informed Dani Carvajal of their desire to renew his contract, which expires at the end of the season. Cristiano Ronaldo will miss Al Nassr's opening match at the AFC Champions League due to a viral infection. Belgium squad failures? "I feel like when we have too many stars like Lukaku, Hazard, De Bruyne and Courtois, everybody wants to be a protagonist and it doesn't work," said Raijana N'Golan. Yesterday, on Sunday, a lot of interesting games took place in the top 5 leagues. Here's a brief recap of yesterday's fixtures. For the first time since 2017, Barcelona started their La Liga campaign with 5 straight wins. This time, the Catalans smashed Girona in the Catalan derby. Lamine Yamal scored a brace throughout the first half, and after the break, the guests sealed their dominance with strikes from Dani Olmo and Pedri. Still, Stuani managed to score a consolation goal for the home team. Thus, Barca won all games under Hansi Flick with a total score of 17-4, occupying the top spot in the tournament table. Then we have Serie A, where we are to highlight Napoli's away 0-4 victory over Cagliari and Inter's loss of points. The reigning champions had a disappointing 1-1 draw with Monza. As for La Liga, we should note Atletico Madrid's impressive 3-0 triumph over Valencia. Gallagher and Alvarez delivered their debut goals, and Griezmann was responsible for putting the clash to an end with the third one. And finally, in the Premier League, in the main event of the day, Tottenham hosted Arsenal. The only goal was scored by Gabriel. Alright, we are moving on to other main news of the release. Jamal Musiala, the highly sought-after Bayern Munich attacker, has turned down the club's latest contract offer, sparking intense speculation about his future. According to the source, Musiala is demanding a significant salary increase, reportedly seeking £300,000 a week to commit to a new deal. With his current contract set to expire in the summer of 2026, Musiala and Bayern are approaching a critical juncture. If the German champions fail to convince him to sign an extension within the next 12 months, they may be forced to sell him to avoid losing him for free. Premier League powerhouses are already circling, eager to capitalize on the situation. Real Madrid and Barcelona are also keen on recruiting the player. Neymar slammed Kylian Mbappe while talking to Brazilians from Real Madrid. Journalist Cyril Hanouna said on Europe 1 that the forward had discussed the Frenchman's transfer to their team with Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, and other Los Blancos performers. The Brazilians at Real Madrid are friends with Neymar. It has always been a war between Neymar and Mbappe. Neymar has sent a paper about Mbappe to the Brazilians, telling them that it was catastrophic, that it was hell. Hanouna shared, Few enjoyed a more successful summer than Barcelona and Spain midfielder Fermin Lopez, who was part of La Roja's triumph at Euro 2024 before inspiring the Olympic side to a gold medal just weeks later. His form did not go unnoticed by other clubs. 21-year-old Lopez scored 11 times last season for the Blaugrana and was their joint second highest scorer despite starting just 19 games. After news broke earlier this week that Tottenham Hotspur had made an approach for Lopez, Mateo Moreto has confirmed to Fabrizio Romano's daily briefing that not only did Spurs inquire about the Barcelona midfielder, but so did Manchester United. However, both Barcelona and Lopez made it clear that they were not interested in the move. Some fans had feared that amongst their major issues with the salary and trying to register players, Lopez might have been sacrificed in a big money sale, given the operation would have been pure profit. However, it appears he has convinced the club that he is one of the assets that must be held onto, despite their other intentions. Vinicius Jr. was Real Madrid's match winner at Real Arena on Saturday, as he scored and won a penalty in the 2-0 victory over Real Sociedad. However, it's not his on-field performance that has people talking, but rather his antics. Not for the first time, Vinicius has come under fire for antagonizing supporters. After scoring the opening goal, he shushed La Real supporters in a celebration and thus caused many to be upset. Among them was former Real Madrid player Padja Mijatovic, who was very critical to the Brazilian superstar while speaking on Carrossel Deportivo. He throws stones on his own roof. He throws stones and more, knowing everything that is happening around him. He should take this step, calm down a little. We were very happy with the goal, but then we were very disappointed with the celebration. Why do you need this? They are very harmed. I talked to a lot of Madridistas. We all love him, but we are upset with his behavior. Lamine Yamal was at his best in Barcelona's 4-1 thrashing of Girona and scored 2 great goals in the first half. He won back the ball outside their half to score his first before producing another sweet finish for his second goal. Yamal was unplayable on the day and has fans purring over his heroics this season, having already scored 3 goals and provided 4 assists in 7 La Liga games. But one Barca fan seems to have a problem with exactly how Hansi Flick is using the young winger this season. Barca supporter Oli wrote on X, "Obviously this is a bit nitpicky, but so far I'm not a fan of how Lamine's minutes are managed. Against Valladolid and also today, he could have easily been taken off after an hour or so instead of playing the full 90. Yamal has actually only completed an entire 90 minutes in a La Liga game once in the 5 outings so far. But the fan is clearly indicating that he should be substituted earlier in games like the Girona one, and it remains to be seen if Flick does that going forward." Folks, do you know where Ronaldinho's son is now? The choice of the new club of the son of the football legend will definitely shock you. Click on the video in front of you and find out the inconvenient truth about João Mendes, who just recently represented Barcelona. The Football News Channel was with you. Take care and see you in a bit.